Tonight, the collective isn't learning about something arriving. We're confronting something that may have never left. The sky was always the distraction. The real silence lives beneath the surface. Pilots saw it, radars tracked it, governments stalled it. And now, slowly, carefully, the truth is being walked out into the open like a secret that stayed hidden too long. Not invasion, not fantasy, but presence. What happens when humanity realizes we were never alone, not above us, but around us? There are truths the mind resists, not because they are false, but because they are too wide for the version of reality we were given. The unknown is not your enemy. It is the edge of your awareness asking you to grow. Fear rushes in when the familiar breaks, but wisdom stands still and listens. If something exists beyond your understanding, that does not make you small. It makes you standing at the threshold. So do not panic at the unseen. Do not worship it either. Observe, discern, remain sovereign. Because the greatest power you hold is not knowing everything. It is staying grounded when you realize you don't.
Channeled by your architect musician, 36110, 27 palms of eyes. The golden whisperer, sea star, Devalan see all. Apply the news you can use, truth and accuracy. The real non-bedazzled jewels.
Alien disclosure, but not the Hollywood nonsense where everything is a laser fight and humanity forgets how doors work. Real life is quieter, weirder, and honestly, a little more unsettling. Let's open a file that's been creeping back into the light. The ocean doesn't talk, but something moves there. The modern UAP reality governments don't say aliens, they say UAP, which sounds like a bored intern named it, but it stands for something serious, unidentified aerial phenomena. In 2023, a former intelligence officer, David Grush, sat in front of Congress and calmly dropped a sentence that should have broken the internet harder than it did. The U.S. has recovered non-human craft. No dramatic music, no glowing sky, just a man in a suit saying it like he was reporting a parking violation. He also claimed some craft were not made by human technology. There are biological remains tied to these recoveries. Programs exist that are hidden even from most of government. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. The part they don't emphasize enough. A lot of these sightings, not in the sky, in the water. Pilots and Navy operators have repeatedly described objects that move from air, ocean without slowing down, travel at speeds that ignore known physics, show no visible propulsion. The most famous example is the USS Nimitz UFO encounter. Pilots tracked a tic-tac shaped object that dropped from high altitude to sea level in seconds, hovered over disturbed water like something was underneath it, then vanished faster than anything we can build. So now you've got two layers. One, something in the sky. Two, something possibly in the ocean. And humanity, as usual, just keeps going to work like nothing's happening. Why this feels off, and not in a fun way. If this were just visitors from space, fine, sci-fi brain handles that. But this feels like they've been here longer than we've been looking, they don't behave like explorers, they don't need permission to move through our world. That's not a guest, that's something else. And governments? They're not screaming disclosure. They're doing slow leaks, hearings, vague confirmations, like someone trying to introduce a terrifying truth gently so people don't lose it at the quiet theory. Nobody likes saying out loud, what if disclosure isn't about arrival, but about realization? Not, we found them, but we've been sharing space the whole time. Ocean depths, airspace, maybe places we don't even perceive properly. Ground yourself, because spiraling helps nobody. Before you go building a bunker out of canned beans and conspiracy podcasts, there is zero confirmed evidence of hostile action. These encounters have happened for decades with no invasion scenario. Most of what exists is testimony, classified data, not open proof. So either they're indifferent, they're observing, or we're misunderstanding what we're seeing entirely. All three options are equally comforting and horrifying. Congrats. Takeaway for the collective. You don't need fear. You need clarity. Humanity is finally admitting we don't understand everything in our own sky or our own ocean. That's not weakness. That's the beginning of actual intelligence. Stay grounded, stay curious, and maybe next time you look at the ocean, don't assume it's empty. Receipts, what's actually on record. In 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a report on UAPs. 144 incidents reviewed, only one confidently explained. The rest, unidentified. Not aliens, just not explained. The Pentagon later formalized tracking through the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, ARO. Their job, investigate objects in air, sea, and space. Translation, yes, they're taking this seriously enough to build a permanent office. The USS Nimitz UFO encounter. Multiple trained Navy pilots observed a craft with no wings, no visible propulsion, extreme acceleration, confirmed by radar's eyewitness testimony. Still officially unexplained, in 2023, David Grush testified under oath, claimed knowledge of non-human craft recovery programs, claimed existence of biological materials tied to them. Important, these claims are not publicly verified with physical evidence. NASA's 2023 UAP report, yes, even them, states many UAPs remain unexplained, emphasizes lack of high-quality data, no confirmation of extraterrestrial origin. So the official stance is basically, we see things. We don't fully understand them. Slow down with the alien conclusions. Not dramatic, but real. The real mystery isn't aliens landed, it's this. Human perception has limits. We only see a tiny slice of the electromagnetic spectrum. We rely on instruments to extend our awareness. When those instruments catch something anomalous, we panic or mythologize it. Ancient cultures didn't call everything aliens. They called it spirits, watchers, sky beings, forces beyond form. Modern language changed. The phenomenon, still unclear. So the question evolves from, what are they? To, what are we not equipped to perceive correctly yet? That's the uncomfortable truth. Keep your footing here. Not everything unknown is a threat. Not everything unexplained is divine. The mind has two bad habits. It either fears the unknown or worships it. Both remove your power. Stay in the third position, awareness without surrender. You don't need to rush to conclusions to feel important. You don't need to deny reality to feel safe. The strongest stance is simple. I see that something is happening. I will not lie about it. I will not exaggerate it either. That's how you stay grounded while everyone else is either panicking or writing fan fiction about it. Final truth for the collective. We are not at disclosure. We are at admission of ignorance. And oddly enough, that's the most honest humanity has been in a long time. Stay sharp, stay calm. Keep your curiosity intact.
Until next time, your Sea Star Curacy, channeled by 361-1027, the Beautiful Whisperer. Our Sea Star Devalan CO. Apply the news you can use.
The collective is stepping into the forbidden corridor between fear and truth. For decades, humanity looked up at the stars while something stranger moved quietly through the oceans, skies, and shadows of recorded history. Tonight's scroll is not about panic. It is about perception. Because the greatest mystery may not be what's out there, but why humanity was taught to stop asking questions in the first place. The veil trembles when awareness expands, and some truths arrive softly before they arrive loudly. Do not fear the unknown so deeply that you blind yourself to discovery, but do not become so enchanted by mystery that you abandon discernment. A calm spirit sees farther than a frightened crowd. The wise do not worship shadows. They carry their own light into them.
To our beautiful collective, from our day ones to every new soul joining this journey, we love and appreciate you deeply. You've turned this space into so much more than a community. You've made it a family. Thank you, truly. Your presence, your energy, and even the smallest acts of kindness have the power to shift the compass for many in ways unseen but deeply felt. Here's to each of you, all new and the many more to come. We're just getting started, and we're so grateful you're here with us. With love and infinite appreciation from the collective of Shaman Ahll.